Hey there, Piney Branchians. This is Shannon Jensen with the Green Team. Just wanted to wish you a happy Earth Day, and also give a shout out to those of you that were so awesome to help out today with our Living Wall project. Mercedes for being the first one to volunteer, a whole bunch of fourth graders who came and helped hang our bottles up, and also to our tremendous volunteers who came in and gave up their afternoon to help put the bottles up. Now, for those of you that don't know what we're doing, what the Living Wall is, what we're trying to do is turn these soda bottles into terrariums and then hang them on our fence over in the playground because that's where the most sun is, and it's also because it's a place where the kids can check on what we're about to do on a daily basis every time they go out to the playground. So what we're wanting to do is fill these with flowers, hang them on the fence, and then have them one under another so that you end up with a tower of flowers. Each one of these will make a little tower. We'll water from the top, it'll drip down through the bottom. And we're hoping, if this works, that we will have flowers all across our fence. If every kid in the school does it, if we have the teachers and anybody else who would like to put their terrarium up there do this, then we should have about 1,000 of these bottles. So here's what it looks like right now. This is our first day. It's not that impressive yet, but it's coming, and hopefully by the end of this week it will be in terrific shape. Now we have 1 week that we will be out there every day at different times during different recesses, because we're going to try to be there for as many kids as we possibly can. And we'll have stations set up where the kids are going to, one, be able to decorate their bottles, and then they'll be able to put dirt in it, and then they'll be able to pick a seed and have it up on the fence. So that's what the stations will be about. And we found something that is going to really be a tremendous help, if you parents could help us with this, is to prepare these bottles. 2-liter soda bottles are great. Also, these juice bottles are really, really good. And so if you could help us by sending these in, we've collected as many as we could. We will still be collecting, but there's no way that we're going to get 1,000 without your help. So if you could please send in as many bottles as you've got. If we don't end up using them, that's fine, we'll just recycle them. But any bottles like this that are similar, they don't have to be exactly like this, but anything like this that you can send in, we very much appreciate. Something else that would save us an enormous amount of time, if you could please take a few minutes to do this, is to prepare these bottles ahead of time. It takes us quite a while to do this, but if each family comes in and has these bottles ready to go, then it's going to make this go so much faster, and it will save the volunteer team quite a bit of time doing this. So let's take a look at how this goes. It's pretty easy. It just takes a couple minutes. If you wouldn't mind just watching, we'll show you. Okay, let's start out with this soda bottle here. It's been a little crunched, that's why it's not out on the fence right now. But you get the idea. This is, what I'm going to do is go ahead and put on some gloves for safety. I'll leave this to you. All right. So we'll put the gloves on, and then this is the way I do it. It just takes a couple minutes. I'm going to cut so that it begins cutting at the rounded spot, because we're going to have another, I'll use this bottle here, because we're going to have another bottle coming in through the top. It's not doing it right now, obviously, it can't, but we're going to have these bottles come right down inside the bottle below them. So what we want to do is set this up so that the bottle is curved in a bit, so that it doesn't go, so that the bottle above it doesn't drop down into it. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to cut. I'm going to begin the cut with a serrated knife to get it started. You don't have to do this, but I'm just finding it's the easiest way to do it. And then you take some scissors and just go around from there. To cut with gloves on, but I'm setting a good example. Trying to anyway. Alright. So now you have the bottle like this. And actually, I probably should have done this in reverse. I find it easier to do this next part got the top on it still, so you may want to do the same. Alright, I am going to take these off for a minute here. Okay. Now with the soda bottles especially, these labels are loose, so we're just going to go ahead and pull that label off. Like that. And then what we're going to do is cut a little window, and this is where our plants are going to come out. We've got right here where that glue is. I usually cut on the other side because this part's going to be up against the fence, so it won't be seen as much. Alright, and then what I want to do, I want to cut pretty much a 2 by 3 inch window here. Now we had some cuts that were way down here at the base. That doesn't work because this is where the dirt's going to be. We're going to have our dirt, and it'll go right up to about where the window is. So if your window's way low, there's no room for those roots. You also don't want to have it too high. You don't have to cut too high because that other bottle is going to be coming down into it, so you don't want to do that. So somewhere about midway, here said this is a bent bottle, so it doesn't look that great, but you have somewhere midway you're going to just cut through. And okay, is that a good example? Put the gloves back on here. Okay, so that's the way that goes. It's pretty straightforward. From this point, the kids are going to be able to just pick some seeds. We've got a little treasure chest full of seeds. They'll pick their seeds out and put them in here, and then we'll go ahead and we'll mount that on the fence. So don't worry about the dirt or the coffee filters. We'll have those there. But if you could please just help us get these bottles prepared. And if you've got extras and you've got time and want to help other kids who may have forgotten theirs or don't drink soda or juice and may not have any, if you wouldn't mind sending those in as well, huge help. That would be wonderful. Prepared or not, those extra bottles would just be great. So this one was an outie. I like to think that looks like, I think we could call those fence flowers. I don't know if we're going to do anything with that. I thought it'd be fun to decorate those. We'll see what we do with that. But anyway, so that's one way to do that. This is the outie kind of bottle. You get these bumps up above. Now the other kind of bottle that we're dealing with, I'm just going to go ahead and set that down. The other thing that we're dealing with, we have these kind of bottles. These are innies. These they dip in, so there's nothing really we can cut off there. So in this case, what I did, and I've already started cutting it because I figured it'd save some time, but I do put on the gloves, but just go around with a knife and just get it started and go. I just try to go around this as far as I can, but it is also possible to just finish it out with scissors, and that's what I'm just going to do here. This one. And I gotta say, these juice bottles, they're tough critters. These have been proven to be much more difficult to cut than the soda bottles. Also, if you've got water bottles, those are the plastic's just so flimsy, so please don't bother sending those in. Water bottles, big, little, those don't work anyway. And then you do the same thing here, not too high, not too low. You just want to have that 2-inch area right about. We'll probably cut it right there. I'll go ahead and we'll put on gloves here. Here, I think I'm going to go ahead and just cut it with scissors. Also, an X-Acto knife is a good way to go. So if you have one of those around, I'm not doing it with that because I don't think everybody's got one on hand. So if you do, that's a great help. That's not the most even thing. You can go ahead and fix that up and make it look a little nicer. We do the same thing again, take the bottom off, put the filter in, drop the dirt and the seed inside, and we're done. Thank you so much for anything you can do to help us with this. If you would like to have a lot of fun and put a smile on a kid's face and would like to just come out and join us as a volunteer, we're going to be out. I've got we're going to be sending out by the parent portal a list of sign-up times, or you can use that email address and just contact me. We're going to be out there Tuesday through Friday. We're going to finish the week out and try to help these kids. Right now, I will be honest, we are very understaffed, are so grateful for the volunteers we've got, and I can also tell you it's a whole lot of fun. It's a chance to really let these kids kids, enjoy seeing getting in and seeing something grow and feeling some connection to gardening and getting into the earth and doing something fun with that. So if this wall is we've never done anything like this before. I don't know of another school that has ever done anything like this before. We're going to be inviting the newspapers out, see if they come, and we're also going to be putting this up on the internet so that others who might want to do this will have a chance to. So thank you for your help. Happy Earth Day, and may the bird of happiness really lay it on you.